Good morning, Flosstube. It is Monday, November 14th, and we have a cameo appearance from Miss Lucy. I've had several followers, friends of the channel, ask to see how Lucy is doing, and she is not going to look at you. She's going to look at me and think I'm speaking to her, but she is doing beautifully. She's in her long hair, long coat mode for winter, had her annual checkup last week, and except for being on a diet as usual, she got a clean bill of health. And since it is rainy and cold today, it's a sleepy day for Lucy, but we are playing lots of fetch inside and walking outside when my husband will go with us. She is afraid to go with me by herself. She's a little bit of a skittish walker, not your typical dog. But if you see anything on Instagram where someone is carrying their dachshund while they're walking, that is Miss Lucy. I have to show you what her little paws look like. Let me see, when she's not been clipped. Look at that precious little furry paw. But anyway, Lucy says hello, and I'm going to put her out of the room so that we can film this morning. Give me 1 second, excuse me. All right, you go out. Go out. Good girl. Good girl. Sorry for that noise. That was the gate. I am filming in our little guest room at the front of the house because lighting today is not the best. It is rainy and gray, but I think this lighting will help us. I'm so glad to be back. People, we have 3 finishes, which you know for me is huge. I told you last video that I wanted to start, well, I wanted to do no more purchases, and I wanted to have some finishes. So that is the plan, and so far so good. So let me show you what I have finished first, always celebrating, and then we'll talk briefly about whips, because I have not made a lot of plans and hope that that will be coming up soon. Maybe this week, although we are hosting Thanksgiving for some of our family who live nearby. We will only have 8 people for the big celebration, but I will need to start some cooking and cleaning. But I'm going to be planning some new finishes, as in projects that are already started that I want to finish next. So you remember, if you are not new, and if you are new, welcome. I'm chasing rabbits today, and I don't mean to. If you have watched the channel before, you will know that I brought a kit home as a souvenir from our trip to London, England, and it is by Historical Samplers Company. I should have brought that packaging, and I did not bring it in here with me. But I finished Noel Christmas trees and just love the completed design. And as I've said to you before, I love this polka dot printed Ada. But oh people, what fun. I don't need to get anything else framed for a while. It is expensive if you don't do it yourself. But this one I would love to have up for Christmas. So I'm going to see what we can make happen. As you see, you have one Christmas tree in the middle that's different, and then mirror image of 2 other trees. That border, which should be super simple, gave me some trouble, but I finally memorized where those green leaves were placed, and then I sat down and within 2 or 3 days got it finished. But I highly recommend their kits. They have a website, historicalsamplers.com, I believe. I will try to put that in the show notes. But one exciting finish and one souvenir from our trip. Then you know that I had tried to finish Rosewood Manor's Winter. Now this is the small seasonal series, not the large one. And I had put it aside because as much as I love Rosewood Manor, and you know it's one of my favorite designers, at the end of these projects, it always gets a bit fiddly because you have 4 stitches of one color and 1 stitch of another color. And but since I'm finishing things and since it is winter, I thought I would get this one done. So this weekend I sat down as often as I could and it is finished. The design is all done. Our friend Molly West, the Sensible Stitcher, is working on these. Molly, I hope you're making progress on yours. They are so much fun. I did mine on a mystery even weave that's in a kind of pinkish. But Winter, if you can tell in my gray day lighting, is one of the most colorful. And I had a lot of fun with it until I got down to some of the, let me find, okay, little motifs like these. Let me get closer for you. Where it literally is 2 stitches of one color, 1 stitch of another color, and so forth. But lots of fun. And the goal is to have all 4 seasons framed in the same type of frame and group them together in our home. So I'm going to show you the other 3 seasons just so you'll know what they look like, but I finished them in the past. That has not been a finish in the last few months. So from winter, let's go to spring. And I really love this one. The colors are so soft, but it's just a beautiful design. And if you can hear something in the background, Lucy is having some zoomies with her toy. But there is spring, and it is not going to show up well with the light behind it, not on the design. But spring, and then we'll do autumn, which is a appropriately darker palette. But I loved this one because of the acorns, or as we say in the South, acorns. Everything is looking darker today, so in your mind, lighten these up a bit. Let's see if I may need to ask for a ring light for Christmas. So then, oh, she is having some good exercise out there. I wish I could film her running. Silly girl. Then this one is summer, and sometimes I think this is my favorite because I love the way the basket turned out. But let me get it on my little board with those specialty stitches, maybe. So those are the 4 seasons, Rosewood Manor, all on the same mystery fabric and hopefully framed with the same frame. I'll let you know when those are fully finished. And then the final finish for last week was, or is, the baby afghan that I had started for my nephew and his wife, whose baby is due the end of this month. So just in time. This is a sweet green. And I don't really know how to show you, but it's that same grit stitch that I use a lot. And then a wider single crochet border, which I had a lot of fun with. I'm going to do that again. So there you go. I have not measured this. I need to measure it, but I know it is big enough. It's a little, maybe a little bigger than I normally make. So much fun. And this yarn is from Hobby Lobby, and it was the Baby Bee, I believe. This color, maybe aqua. Most of it was the solid, and then a couple of skeins of the marled, which has just a slight variegation. You can't really see any variegation, but a lot of fun. Crochet is so relaxing, especially when I can't see or am doing something where I can't concentrate as much on my cross stitch. Now, I will show you what I'm going to work on that I know is ready to go. And then there'll need to be another video letting you know what the plans are for the rest of the year. So pulling out finishes that are close. I had started Scotties and Westies, a little bookmark kit, several years ago. This was another souvenir stitch that came back from Scotland. It is by Textile Heritage, which is a Scottish company, and just fun. There is no reason that this piece is not finished. It just got put away. So here we are. This is how much I've done. So the tiny dogs are finished and the two on the bottom half. What I need to do is finish this little small section of border. That shouldn't take any time. And then I'll need to do another Westie, another Scottie, and then two more little dogs at the top, and I believe some packages. And then I'll have a Christmassy bookmark to use or give as a gift. You know what? I have to do packages down here. I just realized that. So we'll have Christmas gifts here, and I'll need them up here with the other two little dogs. But they have really good instructions, and they do include your felt for your backing and your little tassel, which I believe goes at the top. So I hope I'll be able to follow those simple instructions. I have several of these bookmark kits, and I hope to work on those coming up this year. Our dear Flosstube friend over in the UK, Lisa Bergin, makes beautiful bookmarks, and most of hers, I believe, are from Textile Heritage. So thank you for inspiring me, Lisa. Then a friend of mine gave me her mother's cross-stitch collection, and guys, I had put these in a drawer and forgotten all about them, and I was looking to see what else I wanted to finish and found these. I'm not even familiar with this company. It's called Charlette's Collectibles, and I have 4 adorable snowman ornaments to finish. So there's this one with the top hat, this one with the toboggan or the beanie, and it includes your buttons, and the buttons are adorable. Here's a different beanie or toboggan. And then this one has the hat with the long, I don't know what you call that kind of hat, with the little pom-pom at the bottom. Now these are done on plastic canvas, and I don't think I've ever stitched anything on plastic canvas. But the good thing about this is once they're stitched, the finishing is so simple. You just cut it like you do the perforated paper and maybe back it with, oh, the sun's coming out. Back it with some felt. So I'm not sure which one of these I will start first. Let me know if you have a preference. This one has little hearts on his little hat. I may start him. Isn't that adorable? I'll need to sort my floss because I don't want to put the wrong color in the wrong place. But you can see, let me try to, how she's included. Can you see those buttons right there? So I doubt I'll get all 4 snowmen done, but one would be fun to hang, and it could stay up in the new year for winter. Now I'm more inspired. So thank you, Anne, for sharing those with me. I'm touched, and I hope I can get them done within the next few months. Then we found a piece, another one of our historic architecture pieces, and I don't know how this one got put away either, just the way I operate. This one is a famous home in Mississippi, our home state, and it is called, let me read that for you, Longwood in Natchez, Mississippi. You can tell, if you can even think of seeing that, how old this kit is. It has a photograph on the kit. But it is a 5x7, and it is by Delta Needlecraft. I have bought many of their kits the last time we were in New Orleans, and I haven't stitched the ones that I got about New Orleans architecture and landmarks. But this one came from one of our historic Mississippi homes. And what I think I had done is taken this to work to do on my lunch hours and then somehow tucked it away. So let me try to show you how much I've done. The background with the tree and a lot of the sky is finished. And I just had started sort of the center of the house. And since this is on Ada, it will be easy to see in the car and easier to stitch. So when we travel to help our daughter, I will definitely take this. And I have several of these 5x7 pieces that also need to be framed. But this will be fun to work on, and they're not that many colors. It will be a small full coverage. Nothing like what most of you work on, oh my goodness. But I'm getting my feet wet on these architectural pieces. So Delta Needlecraft, Longwood. And then I got a package in the mail. I have not asked permission to share, and I will ask the stitcher before I give a name. But an early Christmas present, and oh, it made my day yesterday because it was a weekend, I'm telling you. Not one you'd want to repeat, just a lot going on. So this package came in the mail with this adorable gift tag. Look at that robin. I mean, what's not to love about an early Christmas gift? Oh my goodness, from a stitcher and a friend. And look at this card. The Christmas goose with a reindeer on his sweater. Oh. So the package, or the present, the gift, is going to be, I have to say, pulled out tonight because I can't wait to start this. It is Mill Hill, and it is called Sunday Night. Look at that little church. Oh, let's get that glare out. Oh, friends, I don't know how this stitcher friend knew that this was almost exactly the way the church looked in which we probably spent some of the sweetest years of our time together raising our children. And oh my goodness, to see it ready for Christmas. Now it does include a magnet in case I decide to use it as a magnet, but I think I'm going to make it as an ornament for our tree. And all your beads and a little star ornament are included, as Mill Hill always does, along with your beading needle and your regular needle. Oh my word, I'm so touched. And next video, if I have permission, I will show you how far I've come, and I will tell you the sweet Flosstuber who sent me this. So this is a new start tonight, and I'm allowed to have a new start for Christmas if it's a gift, right? Now I plan to pull out 3 Mill Hills that I had started years ago that need to be finished, and maybe working on this one will inspire me to finish those. They are to the point where they need their beads, maybe a little bit of stitching on 2 of them, a good bit of stitching on the 3rd. So yeah, maybe it's going to be a Mill Hill race to the end of the year. Thank you for being here today. If you are new, my name is Sharon. The channel is Magnolia Nana because I'm from Mississippi. That's the flower there, and I'm a Nana to 10 precious grandchildren. I'm about to visit 5 of those precious ones, and then hopefully see the rest very soon, at least by Christmas celebration time. I would love it if you would subscribe. If you're someone who's been with me a long time, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for being patient, because I rarely film and I rarely have finishes. But I'm committed now to move forward with finishes and fun projects. And if you're in the United States, have a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. For those of you everywhere else, I hope you are having a good fall moving into winter, and that your preparations for what other holidays you might be celebrating or getting ready for are going well. Pull out that stitching. Guys, I've had so many people encourage me to say any progress is progress. And yes, it's okay if we just enjoy the process. Take care. I hope to see you very soon, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.